Michael is flying home, a shocking return that will change everything. General Hospital today spoiler. Port Charles is about to be shaken to its core. As the sun rises over the harbor, the city hums with its usual drama, romances teetering on the edge, secrets rotting beneath the surface, and rivalries ready to erupt like dormant volcanoes. But today, everything will change. No one knows it yet. Not Carly. Not Willow. Not Sunny. Not even Jason. But 35,000 feet in the sky, aboard a quiet private jet bound for New York, Michael sits alone, with a secret that could shatter the very foundation of his family. Let's dive into the twists, turns, and emotional bombshells this shocking return will bring. Michael Corinthos left Port Charles weeks ago under mysterious circumstances. While the official story was that he needed space, time to clear his head after Willow's cancer recovery and his fraught relationship with Sunny, the real truth was far more complicated. In the first flashback, we see Michael alone in a remote hideaway in the Swiss Alps. He's meeting with someone viewers never expected, Morgan Corinthos, alive and in hiding. It's revealed that Michael has been working with Dex to investigate the truth behind Morgan's death. Their findings pointed to something far darker than anyone had imagined. Morgan wasn't killed by Julian's car bomb. He was abducted, brainwashed, and turned into a weapon. Now, Michael's returning home, not just to share what he's learned, but to stop a new threat. A hidden syndicate aiming to use Morgan's corrupted mind against Sunny and the entire Corinthos empire. Back in Port Charles, life moves on. Willow is trying to keep herself busy, devoting hours to her nursing work and keeping an eye on Wiley and Amelia. But it's obvious. Her heart is broken. Michael's sudden departure, paired with his silence, has left her hollow. At the Metro Court, Carly receives a mysterious text. He's coming back. Prepare yourself. She assumes it's about Sunny, or maybe even Jason, who's been cagey and distant since his resurrection. But something about the message feels different. Carly's gut tells her a storm is brewing. She decides to visit Jason at the safe house. There, she finds Jason studying a wall of intel, photos of Sunny's enemies, including some that connect back to Pikeman, Brennan, and most curiously, to an organization only labeled Orpheus. Jason doesn't say much, but he confirms that something big is coming. Meanwhile, Nina lurks on the sidelines, worried that Michael's return could jeopardize her tenuous relationship with Willow and the kids. She visits Ava, asking for help smoothing things over before Michael arrives. But Ava's not interested in damage control. She's got her eyes on a different prize, control of Spoon Island, and she wants Nina to help take it from the Cassadines once and for all. The Corinthos private jet touches down at an undisclosed airstrip just outside Port Charles. As Michael steps onto the tarmac, he's greeted by someone completely unexpected, Jocelyn Jax. Joss, having been tipped off by Dex, arrives to pick up her brother. The two embrace, but the tension is palpable. Jocelyn, always the truth seeker, immediately asks about Morgan. Michael sighs. I saw him, Joss. He's alive. But he's not the same. They did something to him. Joss's heart breaks. Morgan was always her protector, her light in the darkest moments. She demands answers, but Michael warns her. You can't tell anyone yet. We need proof. And we need to keep Sunny safe. They drive back to town in silence, their faces heavy with the burden of truth. Michael arrives at the Quartermain estate late that night. Willow, hearing the front door, runs into the foyer, her eyes wide with disbelief. Michael, she gasps. They embrace, but something's off. Michael's hug is tight, desperate, like a man clinging to what he knows he might lose. Willow pulls back, sensing the storm behind his eyes. I'm not just here to come home, Michael says quietly. I need your help. Over the next hour, Michael spills everything to Willow. Morgan's survival, the Orpheus group, the shadow network behind Pikeman. He admits that he's been working with Dex, and even with Valentine in secret, trying to untangle the conspiracy. Willow's reaction is one of shock and pain, but resolve, too. She's been on the sidelines for too long. Now, she wants in. You don't have to do this alone, she says. Whatever you need, I'm here. The next morning, Michael walks into Sunny's penthouse unannounced. The look on Sunny's face is priceless. Equal parts fury, relief, and dread. You think you can just disappear and come back like nothing happened? Sunny growls. Michael doesn't flinch. I didn't come back for forgiveness, Dad. I came back to stop what's coming. Sunny demands answers, but Michael hands him a file, the same dossier Jason's been working on. As Sunny flips through the pages, his expression darkens. You're telling me Morgan's alive? Michael nods. But not as we knew him. They're using him. We need to bring him back, before it's too late. Jason arrives, confirming Michael's story. The three men, once fractured, form an uneasy alliance. The Corinthos family may be divided, but a new war has begun, and they'll need each other to win it. As news of Michael's return spreads, Nina becomes increasingly desperate. She knows her secrets are teetering on the edge, her involvement with the SEC leak, her betrayal of Drew and Carly, and now this? She corners Willow at the hospital, pretending to be concerned. I heard Michael's back, Nina says sweetly. I hope he's okay. Willow doesn't have time for games. He's fine. And he's home now. That's all that matters. But Nina isn't done. She heads to Valentine's office, demanding answers about this Orpheus group. Valentine brushes her off, but it's clear he knows more than he's letting on. In a final act of desperation, Nina makes a risky call to someone on the inside of the Orpheus syndicate. She offers a trade, intel on Sunny's movements, in exchange for protection. She doesn't realize she's being watched. Ava listens from the shadows, phone in hand, recording every word. At the Metro Court, Carly gathers the family, Joss, Willow, Jason, and Dex. She's figured it out. The signs were all there, the cryptic messages, Michael's silence, Jason's investigation. And then Michael arrives, holding the one piece of evidence no one can deny, a recent photo of Morgan. Alive. In captivity. The room goes silent. Carly collapses into tears. My baby, he's alive. Jocelyn, pale and shaking, says, What do we do? Michael looks at Jason and Dex. We get him back, whatever it takes. But the mission won't be easy. Morgan is being held on an island fortress under Orpheus control. The same organization that once used Drew Kane as a weapon now plans to unleash Morgan as their ultimate Trojan horse, brainwashed, trained, and filled with hate for his family. As the Corinthos family prepares for a rescue mission, Willow receives a visit from Harmony's former contact, a psychic who once warned her about dark forces around her family. You'll have to choose, the woman says. Save the brother, or save the children. Willow is torn. Michael plans to lead the operation, but she fears it will cost him his life. She secretly reaches out to Anna Devane, asking for WSB help, but Anna warns her. This mission may not be sanctioned. Meanwhile, Sunny discovers that Nina has been leaking information. In a fit of fury, he confronts her at Charlie's pub. You are the one who brought the feds on us. You sold us out. You nearly destroyed this family. Meanwhile, Sunny discovers that Nina has been leaking information. In a fit of fury, he confronts her at Charlie's pub. You are the one who brought the feds on us. You sold us out. You nearly destroyed this family. Nina tries to plead, but it's too late. Sunny ends it cold, final, and public. You're out of my life. For good. The final act unfolds like an action movie. Michael, Jason, Dex, and Joss board a stealth jet to the island compound. Explosives are rigged. Schedules are mapped. The goal is simple: extract Morgan and destroy the Orpheus stronghold. The mission is chaos. Gunfire, betrayals, traps. At the heart of it all, Morgan. He recognizes Michael. He even hesitates. But he's not the same. He fights Jason to the brink. Just when it seems like all is lost, Joss reaches him. She shows him an old photo, the Corinthos kids at Coney Island. She whispers, You promised you'd always protect me. Something breaks in Morgan. The programming begins to crumble. With a guttural scream, he turns on his captors. Together, the family escapes. The compound burns behind them. Morgan returns to Port Charles under heavy medical supervision. He's not whole yet, but he's healing. Michael and Willow reaffirm their love, stronger than ever. Jason stands at Sunny's side once more, but this time with boundaries. Carly watches her family come back together, tears in her eyes. And Nina? She watches it all from the shadows, alone, broken, and banished. But as she opens a cryptic message from Orpheus, this isn't over. We know one thing for sure.